我刚才讲到，应该看个来做完，结果来负担才 test out 那个时候。很厉害。因为等一下还有一个用完还没知道，再跟我再一个 video 然后哦，你的完美感，你完美感。OK， 我给你这个你想的哦，那我们就用那个。我看是啊，原来我其实但我其实你看，是不是跟我讲看的一个对对方的个人的后面，他的权益高，因为我跟你对方我全部用对一个，你们三因为谁给他的一个耳朵，啊，没有没有，
Greeting everybody. Welcome to our English learning session. So before we start our session for today, we're going to first sing 3 songs together. All these songs are written and composed by our master Tetton. They're embedded with high positive energy, so I will encourage you to sing along as you resonate for the rest of the meeting. Alright, so as the RT is read, it says on the first song section. Strong portrait runs in love. To the right, to In life, I've never felt this way. This time, I'm amazed. Unconditional love will never fade away. I am so touched, words to portray. Abundant love, my heart illuminates. Because of love, I'm on my way to the life I've always dreamed to create. It's the I'm amazed. Yes, indeed. We are all on our way, so always move forward. So let's sing our next song together. There is no longer mystery. The world is grand. Life is in my hands. The always helps me move forward. Always cultivate before time fades away. Time passes before you're not. Time is ticking and sleeping away. That always reminds me to move forward. It's going to come and go. That always reminds me to move forward. Please don't stay before.
Slowly lower the volume, let the IT side do a little bit of resetting. I think there's a little bit of connection issue. No worries. Can we bring down the volume first? Thank you. Okay. A little bit of technical issue today, so please bear with us. All right.
A voice in my heart helps me move forward. Life is no longer stranded. The world is grand. Life is in my hands. Love always helps me move forward Always cultivate before time fades away. Time passes in a blink of an eye. We cannot go back in time. Let's get together and strike forward as love always helps me move forward. It makes my life shine and be the star of life. It's always bright. So I'm sure each and everyone is having a very, very bright life. Let's get some echo over here because it allows me to listen back to myself. Okay, everything is good. Okay, all right. So is the IT side ready? Okay, what's most important is Master always tell us. We may be here learning from each other. We may be here resonating with Master. We may be here uplifting our energy, but most important is, are we already on our way? On our way for a happier tomorrow? On our way for a better self tomorrow? Okay, maybe let's, is the screen over there ready? Just a little bit, okay. All right, who is joining us for the very first time in our English session for today? I know Mark is first time. All right, and Jing is also first time. And Claire is many times. Claire is also here. No matter when we play. So that's energy. Let's do it one more time. Let's. All right, so let's sing the next song together. 我已在路上。Okay, let's do it one more time. I think there's some lagging. Should we just pause it? Should we just be sure? I think it's a bit of lagging. Maybe because I'm listening to myself too much. And to reduce my volume. Just give us a little bit of time as we try to something. Okay. Are we all ready? Watch the lyrics on screen, and that's the thing that should resonate with me. Pause this off. we're not going to do the third song. Maybe we'll do it later when the energy flows. All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. My deepest gratitude to Master Peter, deepest gratitude to the universe, and deepest gratitude to the Almighty Son. And my name is Eileen. I'm very happy to see everybody back here in the classroom. And for those who were with us yesterday in this classroom as we listen to what Master has to share, wow, it's like the next thing we know, we're going to miss for the next 10 days. Right, but it doesn't matter. Even if we are not having a computer this Sunday, what's most important is we need to stay very composed. That's exactly why we're coming back to all these energy lifting classes. So for those who are new, just be mindful that over here, we do not talk about any religion because we are not in a religion study group. We're here to basically to resonate so that we can uplift our positive energy and we can so that we can actually learn from each other and learn from the teachings of Master Center. Rebecca and I, we are just facilitating the session. So we are all students of Master Center and we really hope that we can actually spend the next almost 2 hours together so that we can learn and hear amazing stories from two of the sharers. All right, over to you, Rebecca.
Yeah, thank you, Annie. So let's start with first and most gratitude to everyone here tonight. Yes, this is the only English class here. So in LTC and people start, and this is the only English class for us to join together. We are here. Sorry, we are here to resonate our energy together. So we are talking about positive energy when people want to uplift our energies. So I'll talk about energy and no religion related, and welcome everyone to share with our story here tonight. And today we have two sharers, from one's from overseas and one's from Singapore, and we are grateful to our IT angel, Florence and Esther, and our reading angel as well. Four of them always together with us on every Thursday. And thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rebecca, for the introduction. Right, first of all, please allow me to first introduce the author of this amazing book, Superline Secret Code, our Master Ted Sun. Master Ted Sun is a world-leading expert in energy management, a renowned speaker, a top-selling author, a humanitarian, and a Nobel Peace Prize nominee. He's also the founder of Richest Life, a personal and professional growth and wellness center, teaching people self-healing and life mastery. Master Ted Sun has trained high-tech executives, CEOs, government officials, doctors, and tens of thousands of people worldwide. In 2010, he wrote his first book, Superline Secret Codes, a life manual that reveals the secret codes of managing energy to create a super extraordinary life. This book has become a global sensation and transformed people's lives all over the world. Since then, Master Sun has written over 50 books. In fact, right now, he has written over 70 books and given tens of thousands of lectures and consultations. His book, Say No to Depression, is a breakthrough in mental health and has been recognized and endorsed by Western and Chinese doctors to help people overcome chronic depression, anxiety, insomnia, and other mental health problems. Master Sun's energy management system teaches people to mobilize their innate natural ability to become a self-generator of positive energy so that they can recharge and take control of their lives. Grateful to Master Ted Sun, who has founded the Richest Life Organization community. So in this community, we want to promote simplicity and purity. So please refrain from any soliciting, refrain from any business transaction, and refrain especially from any money laundering issue. And most importantly, we want to give each and every one of ourselves a chance to see how this system can help us improve ourselves, how this system can help us overcome challenges in life. So let's ask the floor. What are the major challenges we face in life? So, maybe some may know more challenges, but generally, what challenges do we face in life? Health, yeah, financial, family. What else? Relationship, most difficult because we're dealing with people. What other problems we face? So many, right? You want to name it so many. We just faced one problem just now, IT problem. All right, so these are also problems in life, right? Whether at work or at this session, where we know the IT support is one very important thing, so that we can play Master's positive energy song. So the new people will be saying, positive classes are why the energy suddenly dropped. kanjong, the feeling kaju. But things happen always for a reason. So we always appreciate and we are always grateful whenever there's always such a hiccups at class. Why? It's actually an opportunity to reflect on ourselves. Without supervised legal code, I think I'll be shouting at the IT people already. Why you never test run? Why you never do this? Why you never do that? But because of supervised legal code, I know if I'm going to do that, I'm going to aggravate the whole situation. So when I aggravate the whole situation, then how? IT is going to feel very bad. Worse still, they walk out of the class. I got no IT. Then I'll be running here, running there, running here, running there. Right? So you see, everything is a domino effect. So if we learn to face it in a very calm and composed heart, then we will be telling ourselves that, okay, tomorrow probably I will do a better check. Maybe there's some connection issue. Oh, is there some tingling issues that we need to check out? So we learn and we embrace every situation. I tell you, when there's IT issue, the most kanjong is not me and Rebecca. The most kanjong is the two ladies sitting there. Yeah, because they'll be panicking, right? So if not for supervised legal code, the two ladies inside the behind the cubicle will be fighting over each other. I told you not to touch this. I told you not to click that. But so every situation always gives us a chance to learn and reflect at which level we are in this cultivation journey. So we become more embracing as we embrace every situation as far as we can. And most importantly is, before we want to blame someone else for not doing their job, why not think about what can be done better for us on another occasion? So that my master had this song called 记得你的好, right? So we always want to remember their good, remember their well-being, rather than keep on pinpointing at people. So see, cultivation and all this learning journey actually starts the minute you wake up. Yesterday, master also teach us, right? Yeah, we make a decision whether you want to wake up on the first alarm, whether you want to wake up on the second alarm, whether you want to continue light one. So he tell us your decision and how you actually face the rest of the day is from the minute you wake up, right? So every minute when we wake up, we need to be responsible to ourselves. So master said that yesterday, right? We need to be responsible to ourselves, and for us who are the volunteers in this organization, we need to be responsible also for how we actually treat this whole situation so that we can reciprocate, because we are actually the appointed one by the universe to try to actually share more about this good system. So everything starts from ourselves. All right, so at this point of time, I'd like to encourage everybody, let's give a round of applause to our Florence and Esther. Yeah, every time actually we're all partners. Yes, because all of us have to work at home, right? We got so many roles to play. So every role we play, we learn. All right, so we learn to be more embracing. So pardon us if there's any technical issue. Maybe if we can, later we'll try to play the third song if it's possible. Or maybe today's sharing is going to be so amazing that we don't have time. Then let's go back home and listen to this song called War Effect Lucia. Okay, all right.
Yes, thank you, Eileen. Yeah, I'm grateful to our IT angel. It's true. They actually, as a volunteer, she came in at 6:45 to set up the computers and everything, and then she actually did a run-through check. And sometimes we can just pause a lot, but we're still grateful to everyone here tonight. And tonight we are going to talk about two secret codes, love and gratitude. So we are going to turn on our page and invite our reading angels to start our reading sessions. And we are welcome the overseas friends, Mr. Dato, and then the Sharon Penny online. Thank you and welcome to our reading sessions. All right, we are going to invite our readings angels in May and Ellen to help us to read. Let's read the front page and the last page of the book, and let's read together. Just resounding our energy up, please. Let's begin. Superlight Secret Codes. The keys to unlock your life by unexpected signs. And to the last page, the book contains deeper ideas about the start point of performance and revolutions for understanding of life. Whether you are a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, or anyone with a different faith or spiritual practice, we all face daily challenges in our unique journey of life. So that secret codes is your compass. The secret codes in this book contains about the range of religions,
and streets to you from the vast rivers. They will end your struggles and bring forth an eternal spiritual life full of happiness and wisdom. This hope will illuminate your future like the bright sun and bring rich abundance into your life. Your soul will echo with the vibrations of the cosmos. The same purpose from nature will guide you to be empowered from the infinite cosmic energy and transform the blueprint of your life, embracing the happiness generated by the superlight purpose.
Alright, we are going into a new chapter, chapter 4. The most important life quote is the love and gratitude. We are going into this, Master has actually written us the technique and how are we going to implement and to apply the love and gratitude. We invite Sydney to start the chapter. Turns to page 50. Uncle Nick 有吗？50页。50 50第50页。Okay. Mark, you have the page there? You got it? Alright, okay. Let's begin. Singmei. Ready? Alright. Uncle Dick, thank you.
In this modern age, we all need to enter passwords daily to log into the computer to perform tasks. We have all experienced entering the wrong password, and even if it's off by one character, no matter how many times we try it, we still cannot log into the system. However, when we enter it correctly, then we can log in easily. Technology these days use numbers, characters, and symbols to set passwords. And with more advancement of technology, there are more options to set up passwords for identification, such as fingerprints and photo image. We can see that within about a decade, passwords have progressed from numbers, characters, and symbols to many different elements for verifying login. Everything in the world has different transformation patterns, and they can be applied to different systems to become the password. And the only limitation to this possibility is the level of our technology. As we reach a higher level of technology, like the example of the fingerprint verifications for password, then many new ideas and concepts can develop into new forms of identification techniques. And with newer inventions and discovery in the world, we will be able to obtain more accurate life codes. However, this concept awaits the advancement and coordination of both technology and humanity to generate more conclusive outcomes in the universe. In this case, the outcome will not be a hypothesis but a scientific outcome. However, scientists and most people nowadays will only accept new things and spend time researching it after they have actually witnessed it. On our planet, the most important life codes are love and gratitude. Almost all religions encourage people to love and to be grateful, but over time, people grow tired of listening to the same tune, and these two codes became all too common. Most people are familiar with these two words, but very few people actually apply these two words in every second of their life. Of the people that have heard about others who have benefited from love and gratitude, only half believe the reason was from implementing love and gratitude into their daily life. Unfortunately, those that believe in love and gratitude will try it but usually fail because they are too busy or live complicated life. Sometimes these complications are caused by pursuing things that one or few are necessary. Because of these complications, People do not see the benefits of love and gratitude and assume what they do not see does not exist. However, no matter who you are, and as long as you are willing, love and gratitude can lead you to a bright future, one that will enable you to share this life with others who need it. Even though many religious people have learned the importance of love and gratitude through books, audio, or videos, most of them have not taken the initiative to actively practice. When they do practice love and gratitude, they do not practice wholeheartedly. Therefore, most people fall into a hole between knowing and doing. That is why it is said that many religious people continue to live a very hard and miserable life. Thus, in this chapter, I would like to use a different perspective to explain these two most important truths in our life, so that people can truly benefit and achieve the success they deserve.
Once people become happier, then society, earth, and the universe will all become a better place for everyone to collectively achieve true success. Love and gratitude are the most important sacred truths in the world, and this conclusion came from an already existing theory from the universe. In the past, only a few people actually grasped and followed these two truths among the all of people who have heard of this ideology. Most people would only hear it and let it pass. Some would even recite the theory but fail to put it into practice. Therefore, a false understanding about love and gratitude was generated due to those preaching and two quotes without practicing diligently and therefore were not able to show beneficial results, which caused other people to lose faith in practicing love and gratitude. Over time, people become wary of this theory but were not willing to admit that they did not really believe in love and gratitude. So many people fell into the rust of talking the talk, but not walking the walk. Also, many people who actually put the theory into practice were not diligent enough and fell short of being connected with the universe. I would like everyone to know that these two quotes are crucial factors in determining the success of your life. Whether you choose to live a smooth life or a turbulent life, whether you want to live an easy life or a tough life, and whether you want to achieve your goals or not, you must decide with determination. Only after a failed decision and practicing these two codes accordingly, you will be able to follow these two codes into utopia. Sometimes when we type a password on a computer, if a key was not pressed hard enough, it may not show up in the sequence. Then it will be processed as if we were mistyped the password, and we will not deny access to the computer. Why is that? It is because we did not apply enough force. Just because we move our fingers over the keys, it does not necessarily mean that we have pressed the button correctly. Otherwise, when we want to enter life's secret codes on this earth, we must apply enough force to enter life codes into the universe system to avoid mistakes or discrepancies. Many people in the world have love and gratitude in their hearts, but simply not enough to receive the success that they deserve. You must understand an important fact that when we enter the course of life, it is not to show others, but for us to enter the correct course, to be able to lock into the system to receive what we deserve. If someone assures you that pursuing these two life courses wholeheartedly will definitely help you achieve success and a better life, I believe that most people will throw away their burdens and follow this theory strictly. What prevents us from following this theory is our perception of those who linger in the middle, who cannot reach their goals and have already exhausted their time and effort in their attempt. These victims of the process come to detest everyone around them, which stop them from seeking the truth. They become trapped in a dead end, continuously looping in the same place. This is very harsh to do to oneself, and it is unnecessary. If you believe that love and gratitude were two most important life codes, and you were given a choice to pick either the straight road or the road full of twists and turns, you will not hesitate to pick the straight and better road. Those who use the wrong course are not sure the straight road is better, and they choose a road with twists and turns and sometimes succeed. Unfortunately, when these people succeed, they attribute their success to their own abilities and intelligence. However, most people would call this success lucky. People with wisdom use love and gratitude and choose the straight road, will give them the access to the universe system and success every time. The unpredictable changes in life often put people in an awkward and difficult position, and they resort to shortcuts to reach their goals. By looking for a long-term perspective, applying the wrong life course may still take you to the goals to a certain level, but you will not reach your ultimate success and happiness in life. You are still lost in life and continue to drift away from the main path until you lose everything. If we add up all the positive and negative events that have happened in our lives, many people end up being in the negative and continue towards the negative path.
Thank you, Singmei and Ellen. Yes, scientific outcome. True. This is not a religion, this is a scientific outcome. Do we apply two secret codes in every second in your life? Wow, this paragraph reading on it is whether we actually apply it correctly or because we did not apply enough force, just because we move our fingers over the key, but we did not use our correct one. Truly, just now was suffering. We are looking how to get the password, and now we have to shut down our computer again. Reason why? Because I keyed the two secret words. The two wrong password. So I have to get Ellen to restart our computer again. Wow, it's really connected to what we learned tonight. Yes, two secret words. Last time, 5 years ago, when I read through this passage, two secret words onto a computer to save my life. I was reading on this. I told my husband, 我们有救了. That's why we come into supervised secret code by using this love and gratitude. So we find our better path and we get a correct path even till now. Yes, it's really helpful. Only by using love and gratitude can lead you to a brighter future. Once that you are enable you to share this light with others who needs this. We are here to share the lights that we have actually brightened our future. And then we are brightened to everyone here tonight. Talking about this, really helpful. We must know how to apply it because we need to have enough force, enough energies to apply this thing. Yes, Master, we are grateful to our Master and given us not only love and gratitude, we have our own step of homework. The most importantly is our discipline. The teachers try to watch and we have to learn from discipline. Without discipline, we don't think that we always like to correct people. After learning discipline, we know that we have to change our people. Master always said that we have to choose the correct path. We can either to pick the straight road or the road full of twists and turns. You know what Master always tell us that 让我们少走冤枉路. This is the main things that we learn from Master. Because there is a lot of path that we twist and turns, and we ourselves don't know how to choose. It's very grateful that in Superlight Secret Code, our Master lifts up every single paragraph with a very, very strong positive words. So when we read into it, actually embedded into our brain, and then give us a wisdom, and then we actually apply, and actually we got a success path. Grateful to our Master again and again. Learning to improve our instance, and by some time we can actually face difficulty and we will just replace that. We can solve the problem easily by our positive energy. What Master said last night, got a student asked Master how Master can see her future, either he or her future. Master said you can actually judge your future by yourself right now. So when we learning, we are the director of our life. So we have to live our life correctly and then give yourself bright light and share the light to everyone. Yes, Eileen? things to share?
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you to Ellen and Sunny. In fact, this chapter 4 is one of the very important chapters in this book. It's exactly talking about the two secret code that Master is always telling us. So I was once upon, like many of us who were new at that time, feeling very lost. What about love? What about gratitude? How can these two things become a secret code in life that can help me turn around? So what I encourage you, especially if you're new in the system, is to experiment. Try it out. Okay, let's say for example tomorrow, if you go to the market, you want to buy your favorite bak chor mee. Okay, and then there's this auntie suddenly cut the queue in front of you. So some people who is in the, we call them in the home people in the real society, because they are already in a very challenging life piece. And they needed this bak chor mee so much because the mother is at home waiting for this bak chor mee. So for some people, at the moment, there may be a spike of their anger. All right. So when the spike of an anger, you actually transmitted a negative energy to this auntie that come so-called cut your queue. But if you take a deep breath, okay, think why the auntie cut your queue. All right. Maybe first thing I would do, especially now I'm in this situation, I'd be grateful to this auntie first. Okay, but this auntie cut my queue, it could be putting me in a cut off of a situation so that I can choose a better words when I talk to the uncle at the store. It could be this. I'm just breaking it down an example. Because you need to find as many reasons as you can to be grateful to this person first, instead of to be angry with this person. So when you practice gratefulness to this person, then you tell yourself, actually, it's not so bad. So when you come to your turn, maybe the uncle say, 哎呦，你今天要买给你妈妈吃啊，多给你2个鱼圆。Isn't that so? Maybe because after the uncle served the auntie, I'm already last in the queue, there's nobody behind me. Uncle noticed me, uncle got a little bit more time to entertain me, and then uncle remembered that my mother liked fishball, give me 2 extra fishball. So you see, by this kind of situation, you can actually turn it around, right? You'll turn the situation around to make yourself feel a little bit more happy. So at every point of time, everything we do in life, everything that we come across, every person that we come across, try to put into practice. Right? When I first joined in 2022, February 8th, why I remember so clearly? Because that is the day that actually a lot, now we will say change our life. But when I hear I say change your life, I say change your life. How can a book change their life? But it's true. And it's because I set a target for myself. I tell myself, I come to this classroom 3 months. If I don't understand what Master is talking, if I still don't understand what these people is talking at the study group, then I will choose. But very thankfully, now I'm grateful to myself that I gave myself this opportunity to tell myself, I give myself 3 months, and in fact less than 3 months, I already fell in love with this system. Because first of all, I feel so loved whenever I walk into this classroom. Right? The first time I come in, that time during the Gongsu Club, also about war. Master also talked about war. And I was like, why my friend bring me to what cultivation journey? All Master talk about is war. Then I start to understand why he talks about war. Especially now with the song of called Great Unity, why it's so important. And he also explained the meaning behind this song. And last week we had Eugene giving us a very, very good analogy of networking of the sources of love. Okay, so then when you slowly, especially when we jump into a feng shui club, honestly, we don't know what Master is talking about. Because suddenly you find that, why he talk about what volunteer, never bring the key, then the person cannot attend the concert, or then the auntie climbs the staircase. Then you start to wonder, what class am I in? Why are they talking? Because there is no like 开头 and 结尾, but actually what Master is telling us is everything that we face in life. So every aspect that we face in life, every moment is a choice of decision. Every word you use is a choice, right? You can choose to say something that's going to hurt someone, or you can choose to say something that can encourage them. So the choice of words is very important, but how to have better choice of words that comes along with uplift of our wisdom. So how do we uplift our wisdom? That's where we come and learn from Master Ted. So how to learn from Master Ted? Only attend Sunday class? Only go to what concert? Only come to study group? Not true. At home, read this book. You go to the YouTube, okay? If you want to subscribe to the channel, if not, you just go to the YouTube to search 田园文化 There is so many YouTube, there's 4,000 over YouTube right now, all the extract and clips of what Martin has been teaching over the years. And also from the master songs. Master songs actually nowadays, when you listen to it, lately the 20 songs and the old songs are, wow, very different. Because now it's more and more to single chip. And I'm so grateful for that because it shows that Master know, he always tell us, 工程人很难读. People in the real society, right? Amanda, you also know, you can join the book distribution, right? Different book will sometimes very difficult for someone to say thank you to you and then have your book, right? Why? Because a lot of people still do not see the need of the power of having transferring this love and gratitude. So everything is not easy. Okay, and that's how Rebecca mentioned about hockey homework. Don't be afraid. Wow, never tell me I must do homework. Don't be afraid. After a while, when you learn the system, you realize this 14 homework really become part and parcel of our life. It really becomes part and parcel of our life. When it's not in the not I think she will do it. Yeah, when Hui first joined, she also very lost. Right? She first joined, her father tell me, can you please talk to her? My daughter stay in Singapore. I share it, but she don't understand why I will share it. So I tell people, you just start with us. So, but it's also her choice, right? She gave herself a choice. Her very first time coming to class was also from Zoom. Right? And I'm very sure she won't understand what we were talking. Okay, and it's so thankful I have the time we have Jet and Zuri. And she looked just like Zuri. Everybody look at people and say, are you Zuri's sister? They look so alike. So they connected. Alright, so sometimes when we come into this system, not necessarily the person who brings us to classroom is the person that we will end up learning or being a partner to learn. So when you come to classroom, just make yourself feel comfortable. Okay, and maybe you can feel comfortable with whoever that you will get to know that day. And you can learn a little bit more from that person. And in any event, if the person cannot answer you any questions, come to any of the hosts. Alright? So sometimes we are also a bit kanjiong, because we don't want you to 错过这个机会. Okay, so when you think of the other ways, you keep sharing so many things to me. It's because we know now why is it so important to really grab hold of supervise the code system, because it's what Rebecca said just now. 老师 already tell us 不要走边方路, because he has gone through so many experiences. And that's exactly why reading the book A Promise of 1,000 Years, 千年之约, is very helpful, because there's a lot of true story. All the stories written, they are captured on members' transformation. Okay, and coming to the study group class is where we listen from each other, we learn each other's story. Maybe what the sharer shared tonight is something that, oh yeah, I have that problem too. Maybe I should try that. Alright, having said so much, so we're going to first introduce our very first sharer. Let's welcome Helen. No problem. Okay. Yes. We will share in Chinese and then I'll do a translation. 最敬爱的太阳社的导师，一个天地，太阳公公，所有在现场的考马家人以及线上的考马家人朋友们，大家晚上好，我是 Helen， 非常感恩呢，今天呢就有机会在这跟大家做一个分享在这里有很多新朋友的面孔，非常欢迎那也让 Helen 呢就在回想起自己当初加入超级生命密码系统的这个历程非常感恩呢 ，Helen 在2020年10月份的时候，我也非常记得我的日期的，因为它就是 The Date to Change My Life。对，2020年10月份的时候呢，第一次参加老师线上的课程，不知道刚刚大家有没有参加过3月份的课程？还是来临的7月份之前参加？非常重要当然，日常的我们的供书也是非常好，还有就是我们的这个机会，也非常大家欢迎出席来学习。因为呢 ，Helen 第一次接触超级生命密码系统呢，就是我朋友给了我一本书《超级生命密码》，而且他给了我1年，我都没有拿我想不用啊。然后呢，后来呢，就是 COVID 了，2020年 COVID 了，然后我好像有时间，我想起这本书，然后呢，我就跟他说我给你买这本书。然后呢，同时刚好10月份呢，有老师的这个线上的这个实作课程，还有音乐会。那么呢，我的好朋友就是说你参加啦，那我就参加咯。
就是朋友还是要应酬一下。虽然带着应酬的心情，可是非常感恩，就是收益非常多。因为呢，在那个课程里面呢，我才发现原来我自己对于我自己的妈妈的有一个不喜欢妈妈的这个心结哦，卡住了我30年。我不明白我为什么不喜欢我的妈妈，就是我听到她声音，我就觉得开始北侧。然后呢，我也很少回家我就很少回家，然后很少跟她沟通。后来我觉得是因为我很生气她，在我小的时候一直要我做家务，因为我是老大，然后呢，所以呢，我要经常被叫去做家务啊什么的。所以其实我中学的时候呢，我打扫家里，还有就是煮菜那些我都是会的。可是就是可能不甘愿，或者是非常的不愿意去做事情，所以就很生气，然后就这样哦，竟然是气到一种程度是不喜欢，甚至是去到恨的那一种。所以呢，就这样的那个心结就卡在了心里面，可是我没有发现，而且呢，这个原来有影响到了我往后的这个工作上的人际关系，还有工作上的这个跟同事的这些老板上面的人际关系上面也不是很好。那么很感恩，就在那个课程那一天，在做心法的时候呢，我想回去了以前的跟妈妈的很多的东西，也发现原来整个过程里面都是自己的错。就是我执太大了，就是我把自己想的太重要了，完全没有顾虑到妈妈的感受，完全没有，也没有站在她的位置上面思考过。就是我妈妈一个人，然后带着4个孩子，然后在那边做工，而且我妈妈不仅是全职家庭主妇，她还是全职在家里的裁缝师，她是我们村里面非常出名的裁缝师。所以呢，他可以同时兼顾那么多东西的话，还是只是去做做家务，照顾一下弟妹，就非常不甘愿哦。所以在这个没有政治正见的情况之下呢，造成了这个心结，而且还累积了那么久，快30年了。然后呢，在导师的课程上面自己发现了这个问题之后，为什么会发现呢？因为我想起这个事情的时候哦，那个泪会一直不停的流的。如果以后大家有上导师的课或者是音乐会，发现自己本来不会哭，可是一上课就变成哭包的话，不要紧不用紧张让自己的那个泪水流出来，然后一下然后呢就这样呢，发现了自己的问题之后呢，Helen 就臣服于超级生命密码小波开始的老师，因为呢，在超级生命密码系统里面，原来是可以有方法去圆满这个不圆满的情况，圆满我们的这个关系。那么呢，在超级生命密码系统里面学习之后呢，才会发现原来是有爱与感恩，然后呢，还有我们的心法步骤1、2、3，还有 BGM 有带到 music， 谢谢。然后呢，就非常合适。那在这个情况之下呢，大家就想说，我很想去跟妈妈圆满这个关系嘛，这些妈妈就是当然要有一个很好的关系，总不能就是你左左变左左然后呢，就这样呢，我们的关系就透过 Helen 的，因为是 Helen 自己的问题嘛，所以 Helen 自己要改。我改了之后呢，我去做调整，其实那个事情就变好了，因为不是对方的问题，所以呢，Helen 自己调整了之后呢，那跟妈妈的关系就变好了，就不会心里面不会有那种不舒服、不想见到他、不想跟他讲话的情况。就这样一步一步调整之后呢，自己关系，我们的关系变好了之后呢，才是心里的那个责任负担也下来了，然后也没有心结了，整个人呢变成开朗起来了。那么呢，在我们的实战功课里面有其中一项是照镜子，照镜子照什么？要照我们的脸嘛。那以前还这个脸有味道的哦，你懂吗？臭我的脸有味道，臭臭的话都是那个味道的呀。然后后来呢，自己怎么会知道呢？因为我的好朋友就建议我的那个同事跟我说，我现在才敢跟你讲你的脸真的有味道。然后你笑起来没有，他说你到底会不会笑的？我说我有笑啊，好，你看我们一起拍照，有笑吗？我说我有笑这就笑了因为皮笑肉不笑，完全感受不到。所以呢，在照镜子这个这项功课里面呢，他就是认真的去练习。 我就真的是对着镜子，然后自己对自己笑，然后自己的毛跑起来，连自己都觉得好奇怪哦。那么就在老师的一些其他的课程上面的学习，譬如说进步圆满班，还有上过，老师有教我们笑容很重要。那海伦也有真正的去练习，我真的练习了，我上课就去 check 哦，原来脑袋太子，然后呢怎样哦就可以了，就可以练自己的 muscle，它就会撑起来，随时都可以就是笑容好好的那就这样锻炼之后呢，就发现哎，什么时候就派上用场了，我就觉得升职加薪客源变好然后就是走在路上随时可以遇到 promotion 的还有 discount 这样买东西这样好像艾丽所讲的，本来要2粒语言变成4粒这样经常遇到这些好的事情那非常感恩的，就是因为在高等生命嘛，系统里面学习之后这种好事不求自得。当然很多有人生有时候呢总会有遇到一些不如意的事情，可是已经不用担心了，因为我们知道有什么方法可以去应对面对。就好像现在别人是在旅游业工作的，现在是打仗，然后呢直接影响了旅游业，因为呢很多飞机又不能飞了，我们很多旅行团也是取消了。但是没有问题，可能觉得就是因为我们学习在超级生命运系统学习有转念，大家就想说可以了，但是让工作少一点的话，那也是最好的安排。这样的话，我可以有更多时间，就是看老师的书籍。所以很感恩呢，就是最新的这个上次我知多少，像中册，我上次已经看完了这样很快我就可以把其他的书继续看完，然后再继续学习。那而且呢，就是朋友有时候会关心我，就打来说，哎呀，Helen，你最近在做什么我在提升我自己因为呢，Helen也是练习把那些负面的话语调整成正面的话语，那么也可以给自己的鼓励所以很多时候呢，当Helen现在遇到什么问题的话呢，也不会去紧张，或者是不开心，或者是担心，因为呢，可能知道就是在短期生命系统里面学习，我们真的其实是有非常多的方法去做一个调整，以及去做一个提升的。那么呢，海伦的分享就到这里，感谢大家聆听。Me to do a translation for great sharing from Helen. Wow, she got a lot of things. So today is part one. Helen take got part two. Yeah, not only part two, got part two, part three, a lot of parts because she has a lot of it. Alright, so that allow me to please summarize her sharing. So she actually joined this system back in 2020. So back then actually her friend wanted to give her this book for more than a year and she's rejecting. And then it got into COVID and she suddenly thought about, maybe I should get this book to read. That's where she reconnected with a friend and she got hold of the book. And at that time, the friend also invited her to attend the event in October, which is a concert and a workshop. And she was actually carrying the feeling of, okay, I just entertain you That's always invite me, okay, I guess what this event can do for her. But surprisingly, actually her soul was being cleansed during this workshop. She actually has a problem with her mother, but she didn't realize that she has this problem with her mother. And through her visualization in the workshop, where it was led by Master, she starts to realize that actually her relationship with her mother is not so good. It's all started off when she was a young girl, because she is being the eldest kid in a family of 4 children. Alright, the mother is a very busy seamstress in the village, very popular, and the father is out working to make a living for the family. So Helen was actually already trained from young to do housework, take care of the house, take care of the siblings. Well, I think she must be a very good chef also. Yeah. So she learned how to cook from young, right? Yeah. So then she realized that through this visualization that why she actually disliked her mom, and actually this so-called resentment towards the mother asking her to do housework since young is that negative feeling that she's been carried with her all this while. And because of that, it actually affected her interpersonal skill of how she deal with people in the daily life. So that's where she also faced a lot of obstacles and challenges at that time. And because through this workshop, she saw all this in the past, and then she was able to actually discover the whole problem started with her own ego, right? No matter how big your own mother, right?
So when you look back now, you appreciate, wow, mom teach her how to cook since young. Mom teach her how to do housework since young. So now she's become a very capable and independent woman. So, and when she learns to let go of her ego, and that's where, and all this is actually easily done just by following the supervised code steps that's actually taught by master. So because she changed, the relationship with the mother has improved, and she actually let go this very, very big burden in her. So she felt this whole relief, and in fact, as we were talking about the 14 homework, one of it which she actually do a lot in the practicing is to actually look at the mirror, and that's where she starts to do reflection, because the introducer, which is a good friend, tell her that she actually has a very sucky face. So her tone again, a very sucky face, which means she's someone who doesn't know how to smile. Right? So when you have that kind of expression, you will actually turn a lot of good things away from you. Maybe some good life benefactor want to introduce something to you, look at you, the person will make a U-turn. Right? So because of that, she probably would have already miss out a lot of opportunity in life. So as she learns to have this self-reflection, and she learned a lot of ways to learn to smile, and I think one of the biggest ways that can help her is because she upgraded her level of gratefulness, because when you're more grateful for something, you learn to smile even more. So she practices a lot, and she has attended, besides master's major events, of course, she has attended quite a few of the tea classes. Those tea classes usually sometimes master will announce at least like a 10 session classes. So it's required to keep her turn. Okay, and along the way, this last few years, she has career improvement, she has attracted a lot of positivity, and then now she knows that, and whenever she's faced with any low-pitch situation in life, she knows how to mobilize her innate ability, she knows how to use master method to actually help her overcome a lot of challenges. And one very important thing she shared is about 20, and that's mind switching. So when you want to do mind switching, you really need to mobilize your innate ability, which is the level of gratefulness. Because the more you're grateful for something, the more you're able to do a mind switch. Okay, and she is working in a tour agency. Of course, right now with this world crisis of the wars, definitely some travel plans are being affected. Okay, some people will be like, I booked at the travel, I have a lesser commission, maybe bragging every day. You dwell in the situation, what happens is your negative energy will just grow. But for her, okay, she take this time to learn, to upgrade herself even more. So Master has this book called 生计滚制多少. It's about telling us about our cause and effect. Okay, and in fact last week, last Sunday classes, Master already tell us, right, the meaning behind all the symbol of these 3 books. So we look forward for these 3 books to be in Singapore. And she's taking this time of lesser travel to actually uplift herself by also improving her art of speaking. So she no longer have any worry of how to tackle issues in life, because we all know, as long as we follow Master's footsteps, okay, when we have a problem, pick out any book that you have, click to a particular page, the answers is always there. All right, thank you, Helen, for your amazing sharing. Yes, you have part 2, because she has just been one of the ones in Singapore that gone to US so many times. So the next session will be about your US trip, okay? Yeah, every time. Yes. Until she's like the auto stamp tour guide from Singapore already. And she's still going again in April 26th, right? Wow, that's wish her a very blissful journey. And yes, Rebecca?
Yes, thank you. It was literally, she's upgrading herself. Everyone got a chance. Please come along to the Las Vegas trip, because it's very helpful. And you can choose, like people all here, you can choose to go other place, but you've chosen, and we are grateful to everyone to come into the class. What you feel the difference when you come into the class? You learn something, you upgrade yourself, upgrade your positive energy, and you have more knowledge about Super Life Secret Code. We are here for sharing. Hui Yi, she is in the school. She can choose to go and stay in somewhere else. I know that she's doing interns or something, and she can actually choose to come into the class. When you feel something in the class, when you go back, you feel your whole energy, your body is totally different. You feel more awakened. Like what we are learning, Karen was sharing. Yes, when we learn, we actually uplift our energy. We go to any place, we got a lot of benefit. Because what I learned when I start learning, when I go to the market, the uncle, the boss tell me that the worker uncle tell me that, 老板有交代，给你有优待。That's why I buy vegetable, I got a lot of free vegetable. So this is happens that how we learn in supervised sector codes. It's not in every system, it's only in supervised sector codes. Master want us to change our own self, not to change other people. So in supervised sector codes, what we change, we follow 弟子规 and we follow our own sets of homework, and then we do it daily, and our step 1, 2, 3 diligently, and it will come across. And the first thing we need to open our heart. Really, we have to open our heart. Every day, you talk to the mighty sons, and let the mighty sons send your message to the mighty sons. It helps you to be more relaxed and to learn faster with the book reading, and we get into more easier. All right, and
Yes, just want to add on, okay, don't feel left out that you're unable to join industry. Okay, there are people who are in the system for many years and they have not been in the industry. It really doesn't matter. Okay, of course, if you can, that is a higher level, very higher level class, you know. But master already tell us, it doesn't matter that you go university, you are a top student in supervised group. No use. No use going to 15 US trip and come back, you're still not a kind-hearted person. So it's most importantly is our own heart. Okay, 我们真的是我们要有的真心啊 that's most important. And very importantly, we need to learn in, like for example, simple thing, right? Nowadays, I just feel that every time I go to a lift, the door is always open. I don't even need to press. You just feel that everything is 很顺的, it just open for you. So on Sunday, was it Sunday? No, Monday. When I was on leave, and then Saturday my husband said, hey, let's go GP for massage because we will be have a family celebration when we get tired. So I said, oh, okay, let's go. And then when we were coming back, the minute we passed the Malaysia customs is on which road is passed all the way to Singapore. And the time is only 5 something. So we were wondering, why we're jam? So last time my husband also feel frustrated. I think nowadays he also start being affected by it. So what I do, I start thinking that GG. So suddenly the first day open up, we just zoom, and then we go past the customer. Yeah, so these are simple methods that we can always apply. So in supervised serial code, there's many methods, right? 3 deep breath, 7、4、7， these are very basic thing that we can apply and use it every day. For those who are new, will be joining us, if you wondering why we keep talking about 跟太阳讲话. Why last night master say 你跟太阳讲话我也知道. Very funny, 神奇啊, really sound fairy tale, you know. Yeah, okay, because we all know sun energy is the greatest energy quantum. Alright, and if you look at the Great Unity video, you will see that video in the video clip that all is light glowing in the heart, right? So it's like we want to train ourselves to resonate with the sun energy, that we can have this see the sun in us. So at any point, when the sun is in us, means there is brightness. So at any time of night you are down, you can mobilize this 小太阳. Then when you see the sun, is not raining day, right? Raining day is very gloomy, but when it's sunlight day, it's always bright and shining. So that's why we always say that we can always take charge of our life, because once we practice, the more we resonate with the sun energy, the more we're able to mobilize. So if you cannot mobilize the sun energy, we practice. The more practice we go, the better we are. If you cannot learn how to be grateful every day, try. When I first joined, they tell me, be grateful to 100 things. 100 things. I don't know whether I can have 10 things. Then I tried. Actually very easily there are 10 things. Yeah, so try. Every day we try. Then the more you practice, the more you find that you become very 顺其自然. Everything that you come by, instead of being grouchy over it, the first thing is you listen from 同感. Sure.
This topic is about learning gratitude. Last week I was attending some courses, and this course that says Cheryl guy. This is an American football star, so he's a famous guy. And he didn't have a lot of education, but he's very rich and very successful. So he was explaining that one of the family outing, his daughter was out in the house, was knocked down by a car. So the daughter fell on the floor, motionless. So he went over, he picked up the daughter, and straight he said thank you. He's thankful that the daughter did not die on the spot. Still breathing, but half dead. So he carried the daughter and said thank you. Then the ambulance came, picked the daughter to the hospital, rush to the emergency. So the doctor treated him, and doctor dash out from the surgery and told me the doctor is okay, but we found a tumor in his head to be removed. So you see this guy who's very love and gratitude with a kind heart. He's being blessed at this incident to find the tumor.
Yeah, exactly. So some people will be blaming the harm, right? So because he has so high level of gratefulness, the universe sent him the right doctor. The doctor who has a lot of wisdom that can actually treat the daughter on the spot and discover this brain tumor. Otherwise, this girl, she may not die from an accident, but she will be having a tumor for the rest of her life, and you don't know when this tumor is going to attack her one day. See, so I believe this father of this girl 应该是优秀的人啊。Yeah, but she's someone who is already also in a congregation.
So always 一切的进动来成就我们自己。Yes, yes. So very helpful.
Alright, shall we move to our second one?
Thank you, Ellen. Yeah, very, very good sharing. Yes. All right, we are going into our reading the trophy, and we also have our Mr. Xiu and Ellen to read for us. We will read the front page and then the first and second page of the book. Then we are going to reading. All right, everyone have the book. 大家带有吗？OK， 好啊。等一下我们会读 Chapter 7第23页。All right, Mr. Xiu, let's read.
Winning the trophy.
Master,
Master Texan present the gift of love to inspiring youth around the world. By Master Texan.
the
The
world
world-leading expert in energy management, a world-renowned speaker,
a
a top-selling author, and a Nobel Peace Prize nominee.
Page 1, we go to the page 1. Yes, this page here. We are going to read. Facing this
Page 1. Facing this realistic and harsh mundane world, as long as you have made all the necessary preparations, you don't have to panic or feel shame, because you know how to take control of your life. The most glamorous and shining star that is winning the trophy will be you,
by
my Master
Texan.
Texan.
Special
Special words to all the readers.
regardless
Regardless of your age, culture, language, or background, this book will take you on an inspiring journey towards success and achieving life. As long as you have an open mind and are willing to embrace the experimentations, the methods and principles it presents can significantly benefit you.
Yes, it's true. All right, we are going to read on page 23, chapter 7 by Mr. Xiu. 23页 after 对23页。
对，23。Chapter 7. Chapter 7. Okay. Yes. We start. Various subjects and theories are inseparable from daily life. You must first understand the importance of each subject you study in school, so that you will be motivated to learn and you will want to learn it seriously. You will understand it deeply and thoroughly. Let us take the subject of history as an example. Why do people need to study history? As we look at past historical data and analyze the event recorded by predecessors from ancient time to the present, we will be surprised to find that the occurrence of many major events in the past has been repeated in different eras. In history, we learn how people handle incidents when they occur, and also learn from the mistakes that occur during these incidents. After understanding the origins of these events, we can transform them into our own database. Maybe one day in our daily life, we may also encounter similar events. When we make use of historical concepts and turns them into our logical understandings, when dealing with things, we can recall the lessons from history, proceed with good judgment, and analyze with good conclusions. As for the natural science, the study of living environment, it is even more important because natural science is very closely connected to people, things, and events we encounter in our daily life. Whether it is our health, conservation of natural environment, or scientific knowledge, this knowledge will come in handy at any one time. In other words, how do you cope with various subjects in school? The answer is to apply flexibility and integrate it into our daily activities. In this way, you will not study aimlessly and passively, because you will realize that whatever you learn in school is related to your well-being in the future. So, the knowledge you learn is the void of merits that benefit your life. When we accumulate more abilities, we will have more leverage to turn around and overcome any adverse encounter. When you think this way, you will naturally be motivated to quickly learn more and absorb the theories and logical concepts from the books. Decades of life are not short, especially for children. You will have to face society for a longer time in the future with various encounters. They need to learn how to resolve problems successfully or simulate real-life situations smoothly in this present moment. Take natural science, which is the study of living environment, as an example. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. When you buy a house, should the house be facing east or west? In which direction is the best location to have the windows? You will have the relevant concepts in your mind. If you can buy a lucky house with a good environment that brings success and prosperity, it will be of great advantage in your life. When you wake up in the morning and see the sunshine, you will feel and reap the benefits of the luck in your house. Natural science is an indispensable element in the study of various majors. Let's take chemistry as an example. Observe the food displayed in supermarket or stores. Which one are using excessive chemical additives? Which one retain the original nutrition of the ingredients? Using the knowledge of chemistry can effectively help you in daily life to avoid taking food that have excessive additives. Therefore, the more knowledge you have, the greater your strength and understanding ability will be. When you recognize and accept the importance of learning, while other students may be chatting, scrolling into their phone, or passing notes in the class, but because you know that the course is closely related to your bright future, you will pay extra attention and listen carefully to your teacher's lesson. Thank you.
Chapter 8, Finding and Irreplaceable Compositions in AI. In recent years, the developments of artificial intelligence AI chatbots programs have become very popular. AI not only can respond to various questions fluently, it can also perform professional tasks such as solving mathematical equations, writing articles, composing songs, adjusting program codes, etc. AI is able to completely simulate jobs done by experts and skillful people. Sometimes AI is even more professional and knowledgeable than real people. It makes people feel fools. Will people occupations be replaced by robots on a large scale in future?
what will be the trends of the future. Young people especially must start to understand that our era is changing. In the midst of change, the era of robotics has arrived. The world begins to change significantly and drastically. Just like the past, during the industrial revolutions, machines and the machines replaced the manual work done by people and changed their origin role in society. Today, advanced technology is developing. Robotics equipment has become more and more sophisticated. Whether it is workers in society, students in school, or even children in nurseries or kindergarten, their future lifestyles, ambitions, goals, settings, and directions of impacts will be changed and make adjustments with the changes in the general environment. Our human logic, concepts, methods, and connectivity with the world are not as cold as robotics machinery. Human beings are still on level higher than robots with feelings of warmth and love, mobility and flexibility. But will robots be created with such human feelings and enthusiasm in the future? Looking at the current trend, it is very likely to happen. Nowadays, robots are generally replacing humans' jobs. What kinds of life models will people need in the future so that they can shine, achieve success in life, and win the trophy? This is a topic that both students and people in society must think about and pay special attention from now on. We also need to think of ideas about how to adjust the future development and directions of the younger generation. Even children who have just entered the first year of elementary school should ask themselves, what is the goal of studying? My parents sends me to school to study. What will happen in the future? What am I studying for? Only after you understand these key points and considerations can you have the right motivations to work hard during schooling and make progress simultaneously in the right direction. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sue and Natalie. Wow, can't believe I have really having a lot of thoughts already. Yeah. Okay, before we summarize our learning passage today, I'd like to invite our sharer from Malaysia. Can we have Patrick? Patrick, are you ready? If you are ready, you can turn on your camera and your microphone. All right. Turn on the big screen too. Yes. Okay, over to you, Patrick.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening to everyone. Gratitude to Master Tetsan, gratitude to the universe, gratitude to heaven and earth, gratitude to Mighty Sun. So gratitude to Rebecca for inviting Bethany for this sharing session. Bethany is from Petaling Jaya, Malaysia. So when Bethany first received the Super Life Secret Code book, it was somewhere in 2019. It was from a friend. So he just passed Bethany the book, and then he said, "Nah, for you to read," without saying anything. So of course, Bethany didn't know what is it about, what the book is all about. So Bethany just put it aside. Then it was only in 2024 January when Bethany was having lunch at a restaurant, and then Bethany's introducer Rainy, she just came over and then started talking to Bethany. So we were strangers, and Bethany also doesn't know what she was talking about. So I let her continue talk, and then Bethany just listened. So all Bethany remembered was she said, if there's any activity, I'll come, I invite you. Then I said, okay. So Bethany just quickly gave Bethany's name card to her, and then she just left. So that was it. Then Bethany didn't expect. Then she sent me a message. Rainy sent me a message somewhere in February 2024 with a DM, and then asked Bethany to come and join one of the activity. And then Bethany said no. Then Bethany rejected once, and then another time Bethany also rejected, and then came the third time. It was in May. Rainy sent another DM, and then she asked me to come for a sharing session. So Bethany was thinking, okay lah, 3 times already is not good to reject. So that's why Bethany said, okay, I will go. So Benny went for that session. It was a sharing session with a lot of people, the experience that they had after joining Super Life Secret Code. So that time, Benny didn't know what was Super Life Secret Code all about. And in that activity, Benny received a bag full of books, and all are in Mandarin. So then Benny just took out this book from 超级生命密码, and then just flip it through, then didn't read because Benny doesn't know how to read. And then suddenly when Benny turned to the back page, right, Benny saw this book, this icon, and then said, oh, this book has an English version. So Benny just text Rainy, and then asked her, I say, I want to exchange for the English version. Then she said, okay. Then after the activity, she passed me the book, and then I told her, I said, this book looked very familiar. I think I have it at home. Then Rainy just said, okay, you go home and then you check. So true enough, Benny had the book. It was the same book. Why Benny said it was very familiar is because Benny was going to send this book, the Super Life Secret Code book, to the donation center already. So, but luckily, that didn't happen. So then Benny started to read the Super Life Secret Code book. But maybe because Benny Heart was not open yet. So Benny did read and then finished the book in September 2024. And then Rainy just said, you start to do the visualization, the essential step 1, 2, 3. And then Benny was thinking, what is all this? So okay lah, just try, but then nothing happened. So that's why then Benny just stopped and didn't continue. So then sometime in February, sometime in February, February 2025, Rainy sent me an invitation. She said there's a small concert happening. Why don't you come and listen? So okay, then Benny went. It was 1st of March 2025. And after that activity, after listening to the songs, then Benny started attending Elite Book Club session, and also started to attend Master's weekly global online workshop. So slowly, Benny started to understand what is Super Life Secret Code all about, and also started to slowly practice the essential step 1, 2, 3, and watch this way. So the very first obvious change that Benny observed is it was a total cut off from watching and chasing all the Korean drama and all those C-dramas. So it is just very sudden, and Benny just doesn't know why it was like that. So it has already been 1 year, and Benny didn't watch any of this drama at all. So because previously Benny just will continue watching and chasing all these drama until 6 a.m. in the morning. So it was very, 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 very bad. So we're very grateful, Benny, very grateful that this bad habit has stopped. And it's already 1 year. And then the second one that Benny had is Benny relationship with Benny's daughter. So Benny is separated from her husband for 8 years, and our daughter stay with him lah. So when MCO started, Benny has to work from home, and at that time school also started lessons online. So Benny's daughter, she couldn't wake up early in the morning for all this class, and Benny will receive no message from her teacher to say that she's not online. So every day, what Benny has to do is before start work, Benny has to take Benny's phone, and then start to call, and she never pick up. Then I call her father. Father also never pick up. So imagine Benny have to call until more than 10 times, then only either of them pick up. And what Benny said was, quickly, go get online for your class. And after that, Benny just off the phone. And then Benny will just mumble to myself and say, what kind of father is that? No, cannot even wake up our daughter for class. So all this very agitation, the anger and the complaint, all this has accumulated a lot of negative energy in Bethany, and Bethany didn't realize all this was a negative energy until Bethany came in Super Life Secret Code. So then after that, Benny started to do self-reflection and then start to do repentance towards Benny's daughter, and also send her blessings during the step 1, 2, 3. Then slowly, Benny can see some difference. So in 6 months, so instead of just a very short phone conversation from a few minutes, then our phone conversation became like long, very, very long, like 45 minutes. So now Benny's daughter will message Bethany and also call. So not like previously when no, it's only Bethany's side call her, and then she will only reply to Bethany message after a few days. So this is a very big change in our relationship. So this one, Benny very, very grateful for 2000. And the other thing is when Benny now start to go out and then met with friends, Benny also receive friends feedback. She said, no, now you look happier compared to last time. And then now she said no more complaining and then you know how to smile. So this is something that Benny also realized when Benny was talking, because Benny's leader also feedback. She said, no, now you talk with tonality, not like last time you talk very flat one without any emotion. So this is the changes that Benny can see after Benny learned Super Life Secret Code. So Benny is really grateful for the love from heaven and earth, because it to give Benny this affinity to learn Super Life Secret Code, and also for a chance for Bethany to correct all of Bethany's wrongdoing, and also learn to be a good human. So I think Tizugui is very good, because Bethany didn't know what is Tizugui all about until Bethany started to watch, and all the self-reflection came, a lot of repentance that Bethany has to do. So there's still a lot of area for Bethany to learn and improve on. So Bethany will continue Bethany's journey cultivating in this Super Life Secret Code. This is Bethany sharing for today. Thank you for listening, and Bethany will pass the floor back to the two lovely hosts. So 感恩大家，感恩。
Thank you. Wishing Benny have a great, happy weekend also, and continue cultivating our Super Life Secret Code journey. Yes, doing a summarize for journey, Betty. Wow. Yes, the most important thing, when you start to look for your children, your daughters, your son, when they got no reply, what we do? Getting more and more worries. Yes, that happens on everyone's as a parent, as a mother, and especially she is actually separated with the husband. And when you start to learn Super Life Secret Codes, start with visualizations, and she changed. Why did they call themselves as Bethany? Why don't we have to call Rebecca? Because Master wants us to cheat war, no more war. So we don't call war, war. So we have to erase and then take away our ego that belongs to war. So we have changed, we use our own self name. So no longer war. War is too strong for everyone. So we need to change it. It's very clearly for Benny to do this sharing, so everyone has quite a clear idea that what Super Life Secret Code. Initially, when she got the book, she put it aside. And someone, again, this is what the universe has arranged for us, because Liu Ying she again had the same book, and she looked familiar on this book. And then what she do? She restart the book again. When you receive the book, sometimes your energy is not there. You feel like you want to study, you want to learn, but you can't, because there's not enough positive energy. What we do, we put under the pillow. When you have some feeling already, when you feel problems comes, just take out the book from the pillow. Put under the pillow, put beside your bed. It's very convenient to bring it up and read. You can find your answer even at late night you cannot sleep. And what she says that she couldn't get her daughter. That is so sorry. This is Rebecca, happens all my time. And yes, it truly helps. When I start to read 超级英国, I click open on the second page. 担心孩子是一种负能量. So remember, when I start learning this thing, maybe I open my heart. I know that this book can help me. So don't give too much of the worry. We have to uplift our positive energy. When the uplift of positive energy comes in, you'll realize that you move on very fast. Especially what Edna says that she start to read and look at 弟子规. 弟子规 is for us repent. Wow, don't think that, wow, not my fault and not my problems and why I have to read 弟子规. When I start learning 弟子规, I don't know what is 弟子规. I still call Chloe, ask her 地上的地, 弟子规 how to read. What is 弟子规 about? 弟子规 is not for children. Actually, yesterday Master mentions when you are doing your repentance, all are from your 弟子规. The 弟子规 will pick up. It's all talk about ourselves. So when always Master talking, why Master know that I didn't do my thing? Why Master know that we didn't follow 弟子规? So 弟子规 is the main things that we have to correct ourselves. So ego is the most important thing also to change ourselves. In order to change ourselves, our life will get better and better. So thank you, Patty, for the sharing, very good sharing. All right, Eileen, any things to share?
Yes, thank you, Bethany, and thank you, Rebecca. So you see, when we decide to help ourselves, then that's where we have a lot of people's help, and that's where the universe help. So everything really starts from ourselves. So it's for Bethany, I think it's not easy to make sure a separation when your daughter lives with your the other half instead of you. Because most of the time you see they follow the mother, right? So maybe out of 10 or 100%, maybe 30% follow the father. Yeah, so when you worry from a distance, actually you're sending energy to people all around you. So I'm very happy for her. This is a very simple sharing that she stopped watching Korean movie to 6 a.m. Actually, indirectly, that has definitely improved on your own health as well. So you see, you're not only in the end because eliminating all your bad habits, not sleeping early, you end of the day, the cause and effect is you will have a better health because you learn to sleep earlier. Right, and improving relationship just by changing herself first. So it's very, very important. So as we talk about a lot about 弟子规 tonight, so in English it's called student rules. So 弟子规 comes in 41 chapters, and then there's also English translated version on the YouTube. Why we need to watch through these 41 chapters and doing at the repeat cycle, because through watching the teaching of Cai Yuji Lao Shi, we can actually start to uncover ourselves. What are the things that we have not done right? So basically teach us to learn to be a better person. Same like winning the trophy. This book, actually, when Master wrote this book, the intention was to actually help us to interact with younger people, interact with kids because they want to do Dopiao. But I feel that Dopiao is actually for everybody. As an adult, we also need to win the trophy, right? We need to win the trophy at work, we need to win the trophy in our life, we need to win the trophy in our family as well. So winning the trophy, as this book is directing, teaching the children, telling them why it is so important for them to actually study hard. As every chapter it says here, right? So today it says, this chapter 7, it says, various subjects and theories are inseparable from daily life. So now we look back, now we read this, we know why we need to study science back then, why we need to study chemistry back then, why do we need to study history and literature back then. So now we have the answers. During those days, we don't have winning the trophy to tell us the importance of learning all these different subjects in life. So all these are interconnected as we grow up and our children grow up. As your family, nieces and nieces, nephews all grow up, they will realize that when they know the importance of studying, not for the purpose of scoring academic A's all the way, but it's actually one for character building as what he's doing on us. And two is for them to actually enhance their knowledge. Okay, so especially learning into science, and you will realize that it's very related to what we are talking scholastic. As Master always say, over here is about the power and data. Alright, so we send data, we send signal up, the universe is able to resonate with us if we are on the right direction, if we are on the right quantity, right frequency. So that's where the power will come back in return. Okay, so this is why we call a power and data. It may sound very astronomy or whatever you call it, but give it a try. Because when you send the right signal up, you'll find that it could come back. But when you send the bad signal up, the times to find back this is what's going to happen. Okay, and then in the chapter 8, we also talk about finding an irreplaceable position in the AI era. AI era is already here. Alright, already actually in China already started way before in Singapore also. And in fact, recently I had an experience because I was doing a tender submission. So in my tender submission, there was a part 1 and a part 2. So for the part 1, because I work in an interior design firm. Alright, so part 1, I get my designer to do a perspective visuals, we call it, on how the whole boutique is going to look like. So part 2 is supposed to be some upgrading work of some of their facilities. But then because we were running out of time, our designers were very, very busy with other scope of work. So I thought, maybe AI can do something for me. True enough, I use the existing photo and then I just talked to my AI apps, and it was just simple ChatGPT, which is the most simplest AI technology that we have. And I just feed my AI with information on what I want the whole upgrading works going to look like. And it turns out to be wow. It's really wow. So when I show it to my boss, I was telling that my designers going to lose their job, but on the expected, but we still know AI cannot replace everything. We still need designers with their creativity to design concepts. But AI can help us fill in some of the work that our designer may not have to do it. And I actually did some changes in front of my boss to show him. He said, hey, change the chair fabric to something silky, champagne color. So he said, how do you do it? I said, talk to my ChatGPT, because I've trained my ChatGPT to become like my PA already. So I just talked to my ChatGPT, I want to change this instantly within 30 seconds. Everything else stays the same in the room except the chair, change to silky finish and champagne color. My boss, as a chief designer, he was stunned also. So you see, it's very scary. But what we're trying to tell everybody here is that we cannot be lacking the AI technology. We need to be upgraded, all right? So we need to know what is happening in the AI world. But most importantly is that we need to spread love to tell people that we need to leverage AI in the right way. A lot of people are using AI to do scamming, right? And when I see all the news, so many scammers got caught, then you realize that, I'm so Singaporean. So it doesn't mean Singaporeans abide to the rules, we don't break the laws, right? So we were taught this way when we were young. Singapore 很守法的，很守法的，不会犯法。But still, there are people that will also犯法. So that a lot of people, maybe because of taxing life, they need to have fast turnaround money, they turn to become scammers. So there are people who are so bright, so intelligent, but they use AI in the wrong way. So if we how do we stop them? Of course, we cannot just tell them don't go and scam. But why not try to use a soft approach to let them understand how they can actually leverage an AI to actually spread more love and make the whole world and all world peace. So the AI era is really something that we really need to upkeep. And when Master wrote this book, I think it's more than 2 or 3 years already. So those days, AI no feeling yet. So yeah. But now AI got feeling. In China, the old man married an AI, right? Married a robot, and they got feeling. And in China, they're already telling you that they're going to make a robot have kids next time. Yeah. So this year during the Chunwan, the top of the town is about China Chunwan. Last year, you don't see the robot doing all those things yet, but they were already robot. But this year, you look at how the robot dance on the stage. 以后的 AI 真的可以这么真的 it's already in the news， 在新闻已经有了 so it's very scary. But Master already tell us, we don't have to be afraid of AI. We need to leverage on AI so that we know we have a better and more important role to play in this world. Yes, and
we created a lot of support WhatsApp group And customers can ask questions.
Yes.
So when they ask question, I have an AI that will reply for them
Yes.
while I speak.
Correct. So you see, that gives you opportunity. So you use AI in the right way. So you're sleeping and your money, bling, 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 because the contract keeps coming
But
in.
it's still very stupid. The customer asks me for the firewall IP address, the stupid AI reply everything.
So you still have to admit it, right? Yeah.
So you still have to admit I told them, stop picking up my business. Yeah, that's it. It's still give. Why? Because I bought ChatGPT 1.0. But 5.1 is okay.
So AI yes. So there is a lot because when first ChatGPT came out, I went on ChatGPT. That's like I think 3 years ago. Then I realized that actually ChatGPT, whatever they give you back is what information people have feed them before. So ChatGPT is different from Google. It's very different from Google. So they received information until I think 2017, then they stopped because there was some firewall protection. So the information stops at a certain level. I'm not too sure whether is it really added on. But ChatGPT is that when you feed information, so when you feed wrong information, ChatGPT will give you garbage. So you need to know how to use your ChatGPT. Yeah, you need to know how to use your ChatGPT. So it can help you in many ways, but we cannot abuse the system, right? So that's why don't need to be afraid of AI, and that's why even the younger kids they already because I think their future is really going to be the AI world. I really cannot imagine what kind of world it is when my grandchildren going to come up with something.
I used to write a program to listen to frequency and the buzzer sound. Only 4 hours.
4 hours, but not really.
ChatGPT 3 minutes. Yeah, almost.
Yeah, let's talk about this. It can help us improve efficiency in our work. It can help us reduce unnecessary work. But yesterday I have one picture. I wanted to upload this picture in the completion report for my client. And this picture that my colleague took, he took a completion picture, but with still the floor protection there, the paint there. So I don't want them to go back to the job site to take another picture because it's going to take them time, right? So I asked my PA assistant ChatGPT, I upload the photo, please remove away the bottle of paint and the floor protection. You just remove from it in the speed of seconds. So with that, I improve efficiency in my work. I don't need to ask my colleague to take the MRT, go back to the job site to take another photo. See, so we need to know how to use AI to help us better perform. Okay, so AI is something that we all need to know, nothing to be scary about. Don't be afraid. Don't think that AI will take over you. If you keep thinking that way, you're allowing AI to take over you. Because you're sending signals to AI, please take over.
There are 2 students to write my company website. They are gone already because they have to
take over. Yeah, so that in the
and
end,
my website is even more beautiful than before.
yeah, so on your perspective, we are grateful that AI help us to reduce some costs, but then of course on the other end, we will send blessings to the 2 students who probably get a better opportunity out there as well.
They have to tell the PM what to do.
Yeah, so make the work easier also, right?
Yeah, in our medical use AI session to diagnosis of patients also. So doctors nowadays are just to look at it and see what is the final diagnosis. So while the radiographer is looking, we happens that this radiographer is actually detecting a tumor for these patients. And then he already detected on the tumor, but what he said, no, let me go to the AI and check what is the diagnosis, whether it's correct or not. So they have to compare with the AI diagnosis, and the diagnosis is very close, 99.9%. So it is actually is very common in medical fields and even robotic surgery. It cut down the surgery time, cut down the patient recovery time. So it's very, very AI is up to date, and then now the doctors is everyone have to listen to the AI. Student having exam is also through AI. So doctors who set lecturers who set the questions is also ask the AI. So I'm looking at the lecturer who set out the questions. We just bring in the AI questions. The questions and answers is all out. And student taking the exam is also checked by the AI. So the passing rate is also by the AI. So AI is actually come into the medical field is very, very close. We align on AI also. So yeah,
Yes, so move forward, what Master says that don't afraid of AI, we still have to cultivate and then do our best and move it forward.
Okay, so we have a video to share up here with you. So now IT radio.
Yes.
So for information, there will be no 网络公司课 this Sunday. Alright, and we'll be back normal for next Sunday at 10:30, happening at TTC and LTC. And of course, every Thursday night, our English session over here. And if you have friends who live in the Macedon area, you can introduce them to go to LTC classroom. We run classes from every Tuesday all the way to Saturday. Okay, and then of course on every Monday night, we have also a online session that you can actually log into as well. Alright, so as soon as you're ready.
明天
有明天晚上明天休息 LTC 有PVC 休息一天休息一天那个有7点钟 Okay, let's watch the video.
每一个人都在追求成功，他们想要更多的财富，追求更高的物质生活，追求被看见耀眼的存在。但是，你是否曾经问过自己，什么才是真正的富有？假如，当你的富有正在一点一滴的消失时，那么你最终还剩下什么？真正的富有，关键在于是否能够接通源头。当一个人没有接通真正的源头时，尽管做了再多努力与学习，总是会感受到徒劳无功，身上的能量正在慢慢的消散。当你用尽了身上的所有能量时，迎接而来的将会是永无止境的黑暗。而真正的富有，是当你选择到了正确的路，那是一条从修开始的路，天地的源头，它能为我们提升能量，修补内在的缺口，让我们的身心灵三者彻底觉醒。修能够帮助我们修正自己，还能帮助我们修复关系。当我们能够修心转变时，就能够修出去，最终帮助我们修出福报。因为唯有透过修，才能让富有不再只是短暂的幸运，而是成为一种可以永续维持的生命状态。而当我们接通源头，走进灵魂界里，并开始了真正的修，我们的人生就不再只是随波逐流，而是开始一点一滴的被重新编程，编程信任，编程爱，编程永恒之光，成就光亮璀璨不朽的人生。这是一场人生的重新对齐、精准定位的盛会。而在红尘纷乱的时代，全球受到九子离火论的剧烈影响，种种的压力、焦虑、迷惘与不安，如同无形的浪潮，一波接着一波。人们开始变得急促，变得不安，渐渐的迷失了自己。这些负面情绪正在一点一滴的影响着我们的身心灵。此时，我们正站在人生的分岔路口，该是我们做出抉择的时候。或许你已经隐约感受到，有一条路正在呼唤着你，它让我们不再束缚，不再害怕。那是一条属于光明辉煌大道，一个更高频的选择，一个平行宇宙的入口。当您愿意走进来，您就会发现，生命的奇迹就在这里。 永恒的光明就在眼前，而您是那一位远方的人。成至光，不是单纯的付出，而是当你伸出一伸手，其实也正在改写自己的命运，成为天地的使者，成为光的传递者，成为改变命运的行动者。当一群人一起心，一起行，一起发光，在黑暗之中成为彼此的光，让爱与希望因你而不平淡。我们正在共同创造属于这个时代的金富，这是一种内在富足与外在实现，更是一种灵性提升与现实成就的全新人生模式。信念爱，编程人生，光耀星辰。2026年7月25日，黄金音乐盛宴。2026年7月25日，人生实作演奏就在 Spice Arena。这一次，不只是听见，更不只是看见，而是亲身走进那一道改变生命的光。诚挚的邀请您一起来启动您的人生，让我们一起来实现与光同行，与愿同行。7月20日，我们与您有约。See you there.
Yes, let's embark on this journey together. So for those who are able to join us for our trip to Penang, you can just record your date down. It's on July 25th and July 26th. Masters will be coming to Penang in person. Okay, so it will not be an online class for us because Master is coming all the way to Asia. So he'll be with us in Penang. So if you are keen to sign up to join us, we have a tour packages available. So you can join us and can approach one of us so that we can help you sign up for this course. All right. Okay. To wrap up tonight. Yes.
Thank you, gratitude to our master, gratitude to everyone, gratitude to the universe, and thank you, gratitude to Alice and the IT angels for everyone. Thank you.
Yes. So thank you everybody for coming. We'll see you same time, same place, next week. Good night. So let's get a photo. Thank you.